The video you have just watched was generated with the Veo 2 along with the consistent characters and sound effect. Now you might be thinking that Veo 2 doesn't allow you to keep the characters consistent and not even gives you the option to add the sound effects. But don't worry, in this video I have the solution for all of these problems. And the best part, this is all for free. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Now the first thing that we need here is the consistent characters, and for that we have a couple of options, but we're gonna go with the free one. So just go to your search bar and search for Google AI Studio, and then you'll have this interface in front of you. Now on the right side you can see we have a couple of models and we have a couple of settings. So from the model section we need to go with the Gemini 2.0 Flash Preview Image Generation model, and then in the prompt bar we need to give it a prompt like this: give me 10 images of a cinematic movie. Well, you can also define this number. The number may vary from the 15 to 20, but it's preferred to keep the number as low as possible, like the 10 to 15, right? And then we have to define the idea. So in my case, the girl is on an adventure to find a lost plane in a jungle. So in the first half we define the number of images and also the style, that is cinematic, and in the next part we define the story of our movie. And additionally you can also add the words like keep the character consistent and then hit run button. And there we go. Now we have a complete storybook along with the consistent character. Each and everything has been generated with a single prompt. And if we look at all of these images one by one, this is the first frame where it starts with the cinematic back view, and then we have a jungle scene where the character actually reveals, and then in the next scene you can see the character is similar and exploring a map, and in the very next scene you can see it matched the cinematics and also kept the dressing similar to match the overall vibe of this movie. And in all of these images you can see the character is consistent. I'm not saying this is 100%, there are some slight changes in some of these images, but this is the most easiest way to get the images for this cinematic movie. Now you can simply download all of these images one by one. We have the option to download all of them. Now you might be thinking that can we upload our own character? Well, I'm gonna answer that later in the video, but first of all let's give it a different prompt. So I'm gonna copy the exact same prompt and again click on the chat to start a new chat, and this time I'm gonna make some changes to this. So instead of a girl on adventure, I'm gonna type a magician is finding a magical book in an ancient temple, and again it kept the character consistent, not just the character, also the style consistent. And look at the book and look at the signs on the book, it kept each and every single detail on point. And the best thing that we have the shots from different angles, from the wide angle, close-ups, and different kind of shot. Well, you might face some errors because sometimes the prompt doesn't align with your policies, so you just have to read a new prompt. Now what about uploading your own characters? So for example I have this character here, so I'm gonna simply upload my image. So this time we're gonna make some changes to our prompt. So like give me 10 images of this man, so make sure to add this man because the AI can get the context we are talking about this image for a cinematic movie where he plays a role of a hitman and he's on a mission to find his target, and keep the character consistent. So now you can see in the initial frames it kept the character consistent, but as we go further you can see the character starts to change, and this is the main issue with uploading our own character. But if we go with the AI generated character that it develops itself, then it keeps the character consistent in all of these images. But this is not bad at all. Now it's time for the video generation, and for that just go to the generate media and now hit Veo 2. Now just upload your image, and from the model section you can see we have the Veo 2. Then you can control the aspect ratio and you can also control the duration. Let's keep it 8 and hit run button. And by the time it's generating the video, if you don't know, I have already covered a detailed video on Veo 3, how to access the Veo 3 for free, and if you want to get some additional credits from Veo 2 you can watch this video. Now this is the output video. We have the slide camera zoom in effect as we mentioned in our prompt, and it captured it very well. By the way, this is free at this moment, but you have the daily limitations of the video generation. And another way to access this is through the Google Flow. So you can just go ahead to the Flow AI, and then you can see we have the option to select the model, and here you can see we have the fast mode, which is the Veo 2. And again you can go ahead to the frames to video and simply upload your image. And again, if you want to know how to get free credits for this, just watch this video. So here is the output video, and again we have very subtle motions in this one. Now what about the sound effects? So for that we have two options. First, we can just go ahead to this URL which is from the ElevenLabs, and next we have the AudioX. So inside of the ElevenLabs you have the option to upload your video. So for example I have this video here, and now the AI will start analyzing this and will generate the sound effect according to the video. So now you can see it gave us 4 different options, and let's listen to them. So the first one is not relevant. Let's listen to the second. This sounds relevant to our video, and the other two are not even relevant. So it gives you 4 different options, so you can download what you think is the most relevant to you. And if you talk about the AudioX, this is the Hugging Face interface, so you can just upload your video and then give it a prompt and then hit generate, and here is the output. So you can download your videos, download your sound effects, and combine them in any of the video editing software. So that's how you can generate the cinematic videos with consistent style and consistent characters along with the sound effects, and each and everything is free here. Yes, there are some limitations on the Veo 2, but the results are impressive. So that's it from today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.